Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing tonight? I have my yappy little co-partner here with me tonight. Hi. 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 Will you sit? Will you sit down? Hi. What do you want? You cannot climb on me right now. Daddy's trying to do a live stream. Look at this. Look at this. Just ridiculous. This little creature is ridiculous. He loves me. He just wants attention and affection and love and scratches and pets and hugs and everything else. Oh, come on, buddy. Sit. Hey. I apologize for the barking. It's going to be a yappy night. All right, let's copy this link. Let's share this around some places. Hey, TT, can you be quiet, Bubba? He is so yappy. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing tonight? I went live a few minutes early so I could get things kind of shared around a little bit and not be taking like the next, 15, 20 minutes trying to get everything set up. Hi, D. What are you doing, Tanner? Give me a few minutes, folks. I'm sharing things around in some places real quick, and then I will be ready to go. Yeah, I think I've got it everywhere. I want it right now. So hello. How is everyone doing tonight? And I have a very, very yappy puppy. TT. Hey, John, how you doing? Tanner. Come here, buddy. Come over here. Come over here. Hey. Hi, John. Tanner. Hey, there is no one out there. Normally I'd be doing these out of my office, and my office is currently being moved around into another room, and so it is not set up, and so we are sitting out in the front room. And whenever we're out in the front room, this little one tends to be yappy because he thinks someone's coming over, or he just hears the cars outside. He just gets all yappy. So, you got the calculus blues. Oh God, I would have like calculus depression, not blues. Like calculus and me do not do well. That is just one of those things that I don't do well with. Actually, I think I'm going to rotate this camera a little this way so you guys see more of the altar and less of my messy work table. Oh, Tanner's cute. He's an Italian Greyhound Chihuahua mix. Hi, buddy. Yeah, we are going to have to figure out how to work this with you out here. Usually when we're in the office, he just chills in his... He's got a little area in the office he would chill in. He would just lay there and sleep. But out here, no. He's even got this really nice dog bed sitting right next to me that Tiffany got him. He's got all sorts of things. But no. He wants to climb up on me. Wants to bark. But he's lovely. I wouldn't trade him for the world. He's my boy. Poke your head up. Say hi. Poke your head up and say hi. Oh, you go poke your head up and bark at me. Okay, a car just went by. He's legit got something to bark at now. Normally, he's just barking to bark. Hey, you just rest back there, buddy. If I realized he was going to climb all over me like he is tonight, I wouldn't have wore a black shirt. Hush, Bob. But I wanted to say happy Monday to everyone. I know a lot of people think Mondays is a bad thing. And so I want to try to put a positive spin on Mondays. I'm going to be doing, this is the first ever Attitude of Gratitude Monday that I am doing. And what that is if you come into my live readings and you tell me you want an Attitude of Gratitude reading, I am going to give you a reading and you will get a free mini reading for just simply telling me something that's going on in your life that's positive, and that you're grateful for. And so what I'm wanting to do is, and then if you want a full reading, we'll just knock the price in half because, I do mini readings for $10, full readings for $20. And so if I'm giving you a free mini reading for, $10, then we'll just, if you want a full reading, we'll just call that $10 and knock it off and, But all you got to do is let me know you want an Attitude of Gratitude reading, and we can get that going. I'm also got to get signed into my other stuff that I do. In case people actually do pay, I need to be signed into my Cash App and my PayPal. Oh, I clicked on that. Yes, Attitude of Gratitude is a freebie. It's a free mini reading. I do usually 3 cards on the mini reading. And then if you wanted to do a full reading, which is usually 7+ cards, usually I do mini readings for 10 and I do full readings for 20. So today, if you want a free mini reading, that will be Many readings will be free tonight, and full readings will be $10 for the attitude of gratitude. But you've got to tell me something that you are truly, truly grateful for. Give me just a second. I am setting up stuff on. Give PayPal price. Anyone can payment through there. Just so I have it, so I know. But to be honest, these Attitude of Gratitude Mondays is not about like making money off of doing these things. I really want people to be using the gratitude. You have the best little brother. He's 52 years old now, not so little. You got sick and he's building you a tiny home to live in. Oh, that is awesome. Awesome. I will definitely give you a reading off of that. That is the kind of stuff I want to hear. So I am going to keep track of the I just want to keep track of who's done gratitude readings tonight. Not that I'm going to limit people. I mean, one per night, please. But, you know, show up every Monday if you want. Come in with something new, good news, positive news, something uplifting. That's what I want to do. Monday nights are going to be all about setting something good and positive out there so we get our week rolling the right way. You are so welcome for the free read, Michelle. Let me get these cards shuffled up, and then we will start your reading here in just a moment. Thought I had cards turned backwards in here for a second. I'm like, those didn't go in the deck the right way. All right, Michelle, I got 3 cards pulled for you. The first card is Releasing Allegiances. Second card is What Do You Feel? Tanner Hush. Hey. That gets you better than anything. And then Come to Life is your third card. This is the Sacred Rebels deck it's an Alana Fairchild deck. This is a beautiful deck. So the first card you got, Michelle, was Releasing Allegiances. And this card usually talks about there's something that you've got an allegiance to. It can be a person, a place, an organization, an idea, a doctrine, or something that's just not really fitting you anymore. It's not benefiting you. It's not being beneficial to you. And so it's time for you to start working on releasing those things. And the second card I got for you is What Do You Feel? And this card really talks a lot about just getting in touch with you, what you're feeling, what's going on in your life. So as you're working on releasing these allegiances that may not be very beneficial for you now, pay attention to how you feel and what's going on, because the biggest thing through going through this and just really pay attention to like how releasing some of this stuff affects you. because I think it's at that point in time where the third card comes into place, which is come to life, that this card is really going to come into play where as you release those allegiances and you're paying attention to how you're feeling, you're really going to start to come to life. You're going to start to come into truly being you. You're going to start living your life in a bolder way and a more apparent way. Like here, she's all in black and white, but where she's coming to life, she's painting the color into her own being. And that's kind of what you need to do. And part of that is cutting out those allegiances and those ties to things that have been choking you off from being able to live your life to your fullest potential, to live how you want to live, to be at the levels that you want to be at. And so it's really important that as you're breaking those alliances, pay attention to how you're feeling and watch how you start to come to life. Let me know if any of that resonates with you. You're very welcome. And it's not necessarily people. It could be a place. It could be a thing. It could be an idea. It could be anything that's just no longer really suiting you, but something that you've held strongly onto or you've held close to that just no longer is beneficial to you. And so it's time to let that go so that things that are can start to come into your life. And that's when you're really going to live. Good. I'm glad that resonated with you. Thank you so much. I've got this other deck I like using too. I use this one for reads as well. This is my shamanic healing deck. And it's just got some different, real plain, real simple images, but real nice images. And then I use, when people want a free one card pull, I use my spellcasting oracle deck for that. But I do offer tarot readings and rune and Lenormand. I just don't really do those on live because they take more time. My tarot deck's kind of a really in-depth, kind of weird tarot deck. So I always reference back to the book because there's always things in the book that I'll miss out on that are really important key things because these cards are just really nice. Actually, my deck's right back here buried under a bunch of other decks. And I don't use all my oracle decks on live readings either, because some of them just are a little harder to do for lives. But I use the Green Witch Tarot, and this book just has so much information, especially on the major arcana, because this is all kind of a Celtic themed deck, and so it is super, super great. But like I said, I don't use this in lives because I have to reference back to the book a lot because it's got a lot of little things in the cards. Like each card has a plant and a animal in it that's significant to the card, and unless you've got all 78 plants and animals memorized along with the meanings of all 78 cards, you can miss some stuff. And usually the significance of those plants and animals that are in the card plays into the meaning of the card and the reading quite a bit. So I like using those I like doing those when I'm doing more one-on-one readings. Hello, Veronica. How are you doing? Yeah, John, I really like this deck of cards. These cards are beautiful. Like I said, it's the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. I mean, Here's some of the other cards in this deck. I mean, this deck's just gorgeous. That's good to hear. I am streaming to my Facebook page and to my YouTube channel. And so the people that you hear me talking to right now are coming in through my YouTube. So if you guys hear me talking to someone, I'm not going crazy. I'm just talking to different, well, I might be, who knows? We don't judge here. But I'm just talking to people that are coming in through a different avenue. You can get a mini reading tonight for free. I'm doing Gratitude Mondays. And all you got to do is tell me something that good is going on in your life and something that you're grateful for. And I will do a free mini reading. Don't even need money. Just something you're grateful for. But I want it to be something that's, personal into your life. Once you bring that positive, pointing out some of the things, and the whole point of this is to get people to point out, can I do two? Like, two different people? Yeah, if you have someone else that's there with you, I'll do it for two different people, but both people are going to need to tell me things that are going on in their lives that's positive for them. Like, how in depth is the reading? I mean, it's 3 cards. It doesn't go super deep. I mean, the full reading's more in depth. I mean, like, if you want a really, really deep, in-depth reading, I'd like really do deep, in-depth readings one-on-one. Usually when I do in-depth readings, I will do an in-depth reading, and usually anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. Time frame is okay. Just be you. So, Veronica, what is it that you are grateful for? What is it that is positive that is going on in your life right now? What I really want to do with this whole, because I'm going to be doing these every Monday now. What I want to do is I just want people putting positivity out there. I want, because we throw this stuff out there. I want people looking at their lives, looking at what's positive in their life, and putting it out there so other people know that there's good things going on in people's lives. like hearing that people have good stuff going on. I like hearing that. That's awesome to me. Oh, come on. You have to find something good going on. In everything that's going on, there's got to be one good thing. Come on, pull out one good thing. There's got to be something positive in all that stress and all the craziness going on that is something that's a positive in your life. See, this is what I want to do is when people are saying I'm just under a lot of stress, I've got a lot of crap going on, you know. I want people to look for the good in what's going on in their life so they're not so focused on the negative. And I'm bouncing this camera all around because it's on a little wobbly table and not my desk. And my arms are on the table and I'm shaking it all around. Looks like we're having a freaking earthquake in Ohio. Hey, that's great. So let me go ahead and shuffle up the cards. Hanging out with your best friend is fun. I'm going to be having a good time tomorrow night. On Tuesday nights here at my house, I host with some friends and stuff that are local and a few others. Honestly, sometimes it's people I don't know. My friends will invite people, which is kind of the way that we got this going. But on Tuesday nights here at my house, I am hosting it's just a discussion group, and we get together and we just talk about different spiritual topics and stuff. And we hang out, we chit chat, and you know, we smoke, and we, you know, people drink, they drink, you know. Just as long as people don't get stupid and crazy, but we sit back and we have a good time. You know, we eat, we snack, we chill, we talk, we discuss different things. Last week we was talking about, let's see, man, we talked about a lot of different things last week. One of the big things that we talked about was, we was doing a discussion about the book, The Four Agreements. Actually, I have my copy sitting right here. By Don Miguel Ruiz. But yeah, we was doing we was discussing that and a bunch of other stuff. And then we got on to talking about music and stuff, and then ended up breaking down to everybody sharing some of their favorite bands and like favorite like kind of off the, you know, not necessarily so popular music, you know, not mainstream, so like your favorite like non-mainstream kind of groups. And my one buddy who comes over used to do a radio show out of Arizona, and he does a show. He used to do a show, and he would do it on, like, he would interview bands, and then like he would play vinyl for the second hour of his show. It was a 2-hour show. That's all kinds of great stuff. It's a great time. It's a fun time. So, Veronica, your cards are Inner Trust, Big Bold Vision, and Heaven Sent. Okay? One thing that you need to do is start learning to trust yourself and your inner being, your inner voice, that inner monologue that goes on. Some people will call this your higher self. But you need to start learning to trust yourself and not second guess and doubt yourself so much. Learn to be confident in the way that you're walking and talking and the things that you have going on. Just learn to trust yourself. You have a big, bold vision, or a big, bold vision is coming to you. And it is really, really important that you trust yourself so that vision can come into fruition, so it can come to being. The things that you're wanting in your life, the things that you're trying to manifest and then pull into being, that's where you need this. Oh, hold on a second. I think I might be in just a tad bit of trouble. Not bad trouble. My girlfriend messaged me. I told her I was going to send her so I will send her I will send her the link after this. But you have a big, bold vision. And it's, like I said, it's really important that you trust yourself so that this vision can come to pass. And anything that you're trying to manifest, any work that you're trying to get done, anything that you're trying to bring into being, you've got to be trusting in yourself that you're working through things, doing it the right way. I was once told that there is no wrong step, that every step starts you on that path, that starts you on that journey. It's just, if you go one way, it may take you a little longer. You might learn a few different things along the way you didn't know before. It's still, everything leads to that path. And your third card is Heaven Sent. The Heaven Sent card means that this is something that's divinely sent down your way, that there are gifts and blessings being sent your way. And when it's lined up with these other cards, to me, this plays out as a manifestation. So you've got wrong way. You've got to trust in yourself for the big, bold vision, and then things can be cleared so that what you're seeking, what you're trying to manifest, can be sent to you, so that can come into being. So just really, really work on learning to trust yourself. If you got that vision, embrace that vision. Learn to work with that vision to manifest it, and know that it will come to pass. But you have to put in the time, the effort, and the energy. A lot of people think manifesting things are just sitting there thinking, I really want this really, really hard. But then they don't go and put any of the work in. And I've told people, I said, say you want to manifest an extra $500 to pay bills, and you're sitting there and you're like, man, I really need another $500 to pay bills. Really need another $500 to pay bills. Got to get this money. And your boss comes in, he's like, hey, I got some overtime this weekend. You want to pick up the overtime? You're like, no, I can't do it this weekend. I got stuff going on, and I really just need to focus on, getting these bills taken care of. Well, here came your boss with the opportunity to give you the ability to make that happen, and you just shot it down. So sometimes the things that you want to manifest, it doesn't necessarily mean $500 is just going to mystically, magically drop into your lap. It's that opportunities and avenues to be able to get what you're seeking will open up and will give you a path that can lead you to what you're trying to manifest, but only if you're open to receiving it and stepping forward with it. Just a second. I am sending my girlfriend over this link. Actually, I'm going to send it over to a couple of my friends. But yeah, that's one of the big things on manifestation. A lot of people do not. They think that if they're trying to manifest something, it's just going to appear in front of them. That somehow, this magical force is just going to create something in front of them. And it's not necessarily that way. It is, there will be opportunities and avenues that will be set in front of you that will allow you to achieve that. It's just not necessarily going to be like, Well, you need $1,000 and you happen to hit a lucky scratcher today. Congratulations. Maybe that is the way it's going to work. Maybe you found $1 and you're like, hey, I'm just going to buy a scratcher and see where this goes. It's $1. Let's see how it plays out. But more likely than not, it's going to be one of those things of, if you need that money, there's going to come avenues for you to earn that money, but you got to be willing to put the work in to earn it. How did that resonate with you, Veronica? Did that sit well with you? Did that resonate with you? Let me know how that was. I'm sharing this around with a couple more people right now. Give me a few moments. I will be back. Normally, I'm on my laptop or on my desktop computer where I can see stuff in like 3 different monitors, but I'm doing the laptop right now because my office is my desk is sitting in my room right now. And I'm just like, I don't think people really want to look at my bed while I'm trying to do readings tonight. Hello, Sibia. How are you doing tonight? I am doing well. We are doing live readings and spiritual Q&A. We are doing mini readings for $10 or free with the gratitude reading. And I will explain the gratitude reading here in a minute. And full readings are $20 tonight or $10 with the gratitude reading if you'd like a full reading instead of a mini. Now, what the gratitude reading is I just want you to tell me something that you're grateful for and something positive that's going on in your life. And to me, I will take that as payment for a reading. I want people to look into their lives and see what's going on in their life that they're grateful for and what's going on positive in their life. Because so often we focus on the negative. Like everything's like we tend to focus on the bad stuff more than we ever focus on any of the good, any of the positive, any of the great things. And, I just want people to kind of get back to focusing on some of the good things in their life, or realizing that there's actually good things going on in their life, that it's not all bad. Nose was itchy. So if you would like a free reading, like a free mini reading, feel free to let me know. And all you got to do is let me know something that you're grateful for and something that's going on in your life that's really positive. That's a good thing going on in your life. It's as easy as that. This music gets catchy. Hey, Word, how you doing? How are you doing tonight? I hope you have a good night tonight as well, Michelle. Thank you for stopping in. Have a good night. How are you doing, Ward? Good. I'm doing great tonight. I am doing the Attitude of Gratitude Monday nights. We'll be doing this every Monday from here on out. As long as things permit on my end. Sometimes, things get crazy and stuff, and I don't quite get to do everything that I would like. But the idea for this is, if you would like a reading, I will either give you a free mini reading or half off of a full reading if you'd like a full reading instead. But I want you to tell me something that you're grateful for. You'll delete this because it's personal. I hope you understand. That's fine. I mean, you can delete the message out. I just kind of, or if it's really personal, like something that you don't really want to share out with anyone, you can just message Breaking Reality on Facebook you're coming through YouTube. I'll say it'd be easier if you was on Facebook, but I was going to say, you go through my Breaking Reality page and just message me personally on there, because I'm the only person that sees any of that. But you can post it here and then delete it. That's fine. But I really want people looking, like I said, I want this to be something that encourages people as, hey, I'd like to get a reading. So, this is a way of doing readings when people may not necessarily have money to spend for them. All I ask, Sibia, is that you let me read it before you delete it, so I get to see the positivity that's out there, and then we can delete it and move forward. Hey, those are all good things, Ward. I will hook you up with a reading, man. I got you. Alright, give me a second, Ward. Let me shuffle up the cards here. How does Scorpio feel about my spiritual practices, or how would they feel about my spiritual beliefs and practice? He's Christian last time I checked. Okay. I can give a reading on that, but you also, if you want me to pull cards on that, you got to hold up to your end of the deal. It's either the gratitude and the something positive that's going on in your life, like Ward just did. And like Veronica did, and like Michelle did. Or my Cash App and my PayPal's there. Which I'm not even really throwing those out there tonight, because I really don't even care if people use those. I'd rather people go through gratitude and being thankful and grateful. Interesting word. Okay, yeah, because it stopped off where it says he's Christian last time I checked. Okay, Ward, this is an interesting little reading. I'll go through the cards real quick and then I'll give you the reading on them. So the first card is After the Storm. Next card is Heaven Sent. And the third card is Pandora's Gift. So, After the Storm, Ward, this one's kind of pretty self-explanatory. You're either getting ready to go through a storm or you've just come through a storm. And you're getting ready to step into that after the storm phase. And that's kind of a point in time where, you're trying to look back on things, you're getting that clarity. I often, like, in reference to this card, I think about what it's like like when a thunderstorm comes through and you step outside, everything's really clean and crisp and just everything's really vibrant, and it's just, it's like everything's enhanced. And so with this card, like when you're going into that after the storm phase, to me, a lot of times it's a point in time to start taking into your perception the things that have happened, but what everything around you looks like now, that you've weathered that storm, that you've been through it, that you survived it, and that you come out of it. And did it clear things out for you? Did it create, a bit of a mess or something? This one here almost feels like it's clearing things out, because the next card is Heaven Sent. And Heaven Sent talks about there's divine blessings, divine gifts that are being sent. You don't necessarily have to take this as heaven per, the Christian biblical senses of heaven. But with Heaven Sent, that there are blessings and things coming, and that storm was part of those. That storm was part of those blessings. That storm helped clear things out so that things could happen that would lead you further, deeper along the path. And that's where Pandora's gift comes in. And a lot of people hear Pandora and they hear, Pandora's box, and thinking that, oh man, open Pandora's box, and it's just basically a storm of just crazy crap going on. But Pandora's gift is a really, really beautiful ordeal of Pandora was very blessed, very gifted. She had all kinds of gifts and blessings, spiritual gifts and stuff bestowed upon her. And Pandora's gift talks about those kind of things. It doesn't necessarily mean it'll be a gift of a physical sense. It could be a spiritual, in a spiritual manner, an energetic manner. It could be in a relationship with things, after the storm, and then, Heaven Sent. There's kind of a vibe there that, there's something really special coming down the line after you've went through the storm. Your gifts are getting more and more. They're going to keep getting stronger. That's dive in, lock in, dive in. Hit me up on Facebook through Breaking Reality if you got any questions on stuff. But if you're getting to a point where you've went through a storm and the spiritual gifts are starting to really kick in and are starting to flow, definitely, dive into that. And if that's something where you're not really sure which path or which avenue to take, or you got some questions, reach out to me, man. I have no problem talking to you. I'll give you what little help I can along the way. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? What's up, girl? Haven't talked to you in a minute. Sibia, that is perfect right there. That is perfect. I love that. You appreciate the struggles you went through in this last year because it helped give you clarity of your purpose. That is awesome right there. That's the kind of stuff I like to hear. Where you're going, you know what? I went through some shit, but I went through that shit for a reason. And yes, I do cuss here. Been working and sick. Oh no. How's everything else coming along? You was in the hospital twice. I was in the hospital. I was only hospitalized once for long term this past year. I had to have an emergency hernia repair surgery. Was glad to finally get it done though, because it had been going on 2.5 years. that had been dealing with it before they fixed it. So Sibia, let me pull up some cards for you here. Let me see what we've got. Has one stuck out? Okay, so you was asking specifically to, I don't do medical or legal in any kind of readings. And I usually stay away from, I tend to steer away from relationship stuff sometimes because it's really hard to get a reading when there's another person involved. And I really don't have permission from that other person to read them. Because I don't just go diving into trying to tap into people without permission. To me, that's a violation. And these two cards just jumped out. So let's try to see if we can figure out how this plays in with your question about the person. And let me see. Let me scroll back up here. Give me a second, Michelle, and I will tell you what I'm doing tonight and how we're working this out. You said you want to know, how does Scorpio feel about your spiritual practices, or how would they feel about your spiritual beliefs and practice? And he's a Christian the last time I checked. Okay. See, it's really hard for me to say, one way or another because I don't get to talk to him. So I don't get to really know, but I can give a reading based off of you. And the cards I've got is every journey starts with a single step. Visions of life beyond death. And shock of the new. So this could play out several different ways in these cards, to be honest. First off, every journey starts with a single step. This card was kind of the one I was talking about earlier, where it's you need to just take a step. You need to move in a direction. You need to take a step. I can go off of this. It's just, we'll just see how these play out. And then you let me know how this resonates. But every single thing that you do, every journey you take has to start with a step. And in this situation, I would start by, asking this person just, what they think about different belief systems other than their own, and start to try to feel that out. Because if I was talking to this person, that'd be the first thing I'd do. And then I would start bringing in some of my own personal experiences and using those to discuss why those things are important. Now, see, these next two cards are really interesting with this, because Visions of Life Beyond Death talks about basically something coming to an ending, but there's more beyond that. So, maybe this is talking about a belief structure that he's held or you held that's going to come to an end, and you're going to see life beyond that. And kind of what makes me think that it might be him that's going to have kind of a shift of belief system. But you got to have that conversation with someone to really kind of open up that door. You can't just slap them in the face with, hey, I believe this and this and this, and if you don't believe that, then I think you're wrong. People don't respond to that. Just have a conversation and kind of open up and share some of those gifts and stuff. And I think as you share why these things are important to you, that will show him the importance of it and why it's significant. And it's just not something that you're doing to rebel against, Christianity or, the mainstream or whatnot. Because the third card is Shock of the New. And this card usually talks about that something new, something different, something really bold, something really out of the norm is going to take place. And the shock of that is going to bring people to look and pay attention and look at things in a different way. And so as you talk to him about your path, your beliefs, why those things are important, why these are significant to you, I think it's going to open him up to seeing something different, something that he's not seen. Don't take it as a right and a wrong kind of battle. And trust me, I know this. I grew up in a very Christian home, a very conservative Christian home. I've grown up in a very conservative Christian community. I'm the outcast in this community because I do things like Oracle and Tarot, and I'm deeply spiritual, and I've got an altar, and all the different that don't really fall into alignment with the modern mainstream Christian beliefs. But when I sit down and I start talking to these people about these things, and I even tie in how some of these practices go back to, before the Christian church was even actually founded, like some of these things were stuff that was practiced in the temples, and, some of these things were things that Christ would have done. Christ talked about meditation, but you talk about meditation in a church, and most people look at you like you're trying to summon demons, at least around here. But they don't understand that meditation isn't all that different than prayer. What they definitely don't understand is things like Reiki and energy work aren't any different than laying on of hands. The Bible talks about this stuff. They just don't understand it because they think that Reiki isn't, the same because, you're channeling energy. Well, what do you think you're doing when you're talking to God and you're trying to lay hands on someone and you're trying to heal someone? You're focusing energy. You're being a conduit for divine energy to channel through you into that person. How is that any different than Reiki? Besides, deep down, I would be confused with him because I'm studying cosmology, Okay, I don't know. I mean, why would you be confused with him? I'm a little confused there. You lost me on that one. And Michelle, what I'm doing tonight is I'm asking people to tell me one thing they're grateful for and one positive thing going on in their life, and I'm offering a free mini reading. Or if you want a full reading, I'm cutting the price of the full readings in half tonight if you tell me one thing you're positive about and one thing you're grateful for and one thing positive going on in your life. I will tell you something on my end. One, I am extremely grateful for, I have met several new people in the last few weeks, and they have all been very significant in different ways to my own personal growth and development, and making me look at things differently, and for that, I'm extremely grateful. Big positive thing going on in my life right now is I've got a lot of things falling into place that are setting up my spiritual path and my work to really being able to step into a whole nother level of things. And so those are things I'm grateful for. Michelle, that's great. That is great. Hold on just a second. Let's see. All right, I gotta check something real quick. Yep. I have to keep straight. It's logging back into PayPal. Sorry. Sylvia, did that resonate with you at all? What I said, like, does that help you out in any way? Because I hope it does. You're gonna rewind. Okay, that's no problem. Yeah, check it out. Go back through, listen to it, see what you think. Do what you need to, and let me know how that sits for you. All right, Michelle, give me a second. Let me get the cards shuffled up, and I will pull cards for you. Been going about an hour. I'll probably go maybe about another one max, and then we'll call it there. You are welcome. Hey, you started this, okay? You started it. I will take credit for helping you out along the way, but you are the one who made the steps on starting this. You stepped up. You made the initial work. You done the initial stuff. I want you to take credit for that, Michelle. Don't put that on me. I want that on you. You're the one that's doing this. Nah, you had the courage. I just helped you find it within yourself. You always had the courage. It was always there. You just didn't see it. You couldn't see it. Man, that Heaven Sent card is popping up for everyone tonight. There are some divine things going on. I try to always understand. I try to look and see what people need and try to meet them where they're at. I really think that, when we get to talking about biblical stuff, I really think that's what Jesus was talking about when he says, go unto all men, go and be unto all men, be all things unto all men, be as the Jew to the Jew, be as the Gentile to the Gentile. Basically saying, meet these people where they're at. Don't go and try to talk to a Gentile using Jewish law and that's not going to reach them. Oh God, yes, most definitely. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I'm glad you survived that. I'm definitely glad you survived that. That's what I try to do. I try to show people a different perspective. That's what breaking reality is all about. Breaking reality is all about shifting people's perspectives of the world around them so they look at things differently. Yeah, I get why I delete it. Hey, shadow work is always rough, but it is so beneficial on the other side of it. I think like shadow work to me, I think is one of the most beneficial things. Oops. Hi, Kelly. How you doing? Shadow work to me is, I think, one of the most beneficial things a person can do in their life. Because it's really just getting honest with yourself and calling yourself on your own crap. It's really what shadow work is. I mean, a lot of it is you call yourself on your own stuff. Some of it is coming to love the things about yourself that you don't even love, that you're just like, man, I don't like that I do that, but you've got to accept and learn that that's part of you. Accept it, love it because it's you. And then if it's something that you really want to change, start the process of changing it. You don't have to keep it just because you love that it, you learn to accept that it is part of you. But a lot of times when we get into talking about shadow work, people are dealing with stuff that they've just, they've pushed down, they've repressed, they've hidden, things that they don't want to deal with, stuff that they don't want to talk about, things that, the skeletons that they better leave, better left in the closet. Yeah, if you got some advice, pop in with it, Kelly. So as Kelly's typing all that stuff out, Michelle, your first card is Heaven Sent. Your second card is Pandora's Gift. And your third card is Inspiration. This Heaven Sent's been coming down the line all night tonight. Like, some nights, certain cards just pop over and over and over, and this one is just popping out of the deck tonight. So, Heaven Sent, this means that there is something coming your way, some blessing, some gift, something along those lines. Next card plays right into this. That is something that is divinely sent to you. That is something that is being gifted to you. This is something that is being heaven sent. This is divinely sent. And what its next card is Pandora's Gifts. And this talks a lot about a lot of stuff about different spiritual gifts. And I really think that this is what this is talking about is you are in the process right now where you are ready for your spiritual gifts to start to kick in and come in, because you've been doing this work, clearing some stuff out, doing the shadow work, and it's being seen that you're doing that. It's having an effect. You're putting that energetic atmosphere out around you of trying to do things better, trying to be positive, of doing things to better your life, to make your life better. And as you're doing that, your spirit guides, your higher self, God, source, whatever it is that you want to refer to it as, whatever it is to you personally, is saying, hey, you know what? I got your back. You're doing good work. I've got something I'm sending your way. And so that's where the Heaven Sent is. What is coming is the gifts. And I really do believe for you, Michelle, this is an unlocking of some of those spiritual gifts. And it's going to lead you into some inspiration of things that are going to help you out in the future. These gifts are going to be inspirational to you. They're going to help uplift you, and they're going to be things that you're going to be able to use to help inspire others as well. Oh, she said great advice. I thought she said she had some advice to give. Totally misread that. Excellent. Let me get you on the list, Kelly, and I will give you a reading here in just a few moments. What do you think about that, Michelle? How'd that hit for you? Looking for something. I see something I want sitting on another table, but I'm not going to go for it. It's my cigarettes. Funny enough, it's like really the main times that I smoke is when I'm doing readings and when I'm doing lots of like deep spiritual work or like in really deep conversations. I have a tendency to smoke then. Otherwise, I haven't smoked a cigarette all day today. Yes, most definitely. Congrats on that sobriety, girl. I'm so proud of you for that. So proud of you for that. You said you was going to do it. You put your mind to it, and you've been doing it, and I'm proud of you. All right, Kelly, I'm working on pulling your cards right now. Oh, Kelly, this first card. Card's totally for you. So you said, that so fits. There's a lady, she was lost. She came into my store. I asked her to stop for 2 seconds and hugged her and told her I believe in her. She comes back often to see and talk to you, but she is blossoming for some reason. She called you her phoenix. Okay. Nice. Very nice. See, and sometimes it's just that act of kindness, that act of love, that act of compassion, that just, the simplest little acts that we do can have a significant impact on someone's life. And so I'm kind of wanting to be here, sharing this whole deal about positivity and everything because maybe there's someone that's going to pop in and they're struggling with sobriety and they're going to be like, hey, Michelle's done 3 months, maybe I can do 3 months. And if that's their challenge is 3 months sober, let them challenge for 3 months sober. It doesn't have to be looking at your, 10-year chip or your 20-year chip. If it's literally going for the next 10 hours, go for the next 10 hours. Oh, I hope they're good tears. So, Kelly. Your cards are releasing the dark wound, let love live, trust yourself, and going beyond the normal. So, releasing the dark wound, letting love live. We're going to talk about this one personally later. We'll talk about this reading personally later if you want. Kelly, definitely, it is time for you to be doing things to let some of these dark wounds that really, really hurt you and has got you I wouldn't say that you've necessarily shut down to love, but you're very guarded with it right now. And it's time for you to let that love live, but not necessarily directed at one person. Just that love in general. Just let that love out in all directions as you're working through healing this dark wound that's going on, so that you can let go of it and you can move past that, move beyond that situation that's been troubling you, that's been bothering you, that's had you just wrapped up in it for forever and a day, and trust yourself. You know the path you're on. You know. I mean, that's just simply it. You know. But then you second guess yourself. And just get to that point to where you start listening to your gut. They talk about how the gut is a second brain. And we all talk about gut feelings. And a lot of times in talking with you lately, when you start talking about your gut feeling, you're really spot on with that. Like, and even if it's something that you second guess, when you go back and you look at things later in hindsight, a lot of times that gut feeling was right, even when you second guessed it. And that's something that you need to work on, is learning to trust yourself. And that will come more and more so as you're working on releasing that wound that you're holding. As that clears out, you're going to learn to trust yourself more. And going beyond the normal, that's something you do already. But this is going to take you even further than where you've been. As you heal this wound and as you start to trust yourself, you're going to dive deeper into your beliefs and your powers and who you are, and start to step and stand into that with a different level of confidence that you, and I'm not saying you don't have confidence, I'm saying this is going to be a different level of confidence that you haven't experienced before. And so it's really, really important to know that when you're stepping up like that, like when you're stepping out and going beyond the normal, I mean, you're really going to end up diving deep is what's going to happen for you. It's going to be a hardcore deep dive. You're going to get to the point to where you're going to get to the point where some of the people around you may not fully understand you because you're working on a different level than what they're working on. And we've already talked about that too in the past, about that sometimes that you just can't, not everyone's going to understand you, I guess is the best way to say it. Like, not everyone truly understands me. Like today I was sitting out with Dad and his friend Elizabeth, and I'm still trying to figure out like that dynamic with Dad and her, because like they're really good friends, but I think there's a little more than friends there now, which I'm fine with, and I've told Dad I'm supportive of. Well, we're all weird. But I realized today that like things that seem normal to me were so abstract and strange to her. Like so abstract and strange to her. Like I'm involved in polyamorous relationships. Myself and my girlfriend are both polyamorous. We practice ethical non-monogamy. And in doing so, we're very open, lots of communication with each other. And I was trying to explain this to Dad's friend Elizabeth. And for her, she couldn't get over the fact that she just kept thinking that polyamory was all about sex. And I'm like, actually, no, it's not all about sex. Actually, polyamory is, in reality, true polyamory, which stands for, poly means many, amory or amorous means love. so many loves, is literally talking about having multiple relationships and multiple partners that just help with everything. They bring in each person brings in a different aspect to the relationship. And I was trying to explain to this how it can actually be more fulfilling in ways to be in a polyamorous relationship, because if you have a partner and there's something that partner's lacking that they can't provide you because it's not a skill that they have to be able to give that to you, but there's another person that you're really connected with and they have the ability to give that to you, and you could be in a relationship with that person. Polyamory opens up that door. As long as you communicate and as long as you're open with it and you talk with your partners, it can be a very beautiful thing, especially with the way that I work with it. I'm very open about it. My partner knows when I'm talking to someone else. I don't keep anything hidden from her. So, and she already knows that there's some other people in my life who I'm very close with. Got a very deep relationship with. That's a little more than friends, but we're not like a lot of these people are long distance. It's not like we're going around and hooking up and going out on dates and, trying to sneak around behind her back or anything, because we're not. And, if one of my partners like that would come in and would like to go visit, would like to go out on a date, would like to hang out, would like to spend time together, I'm going to let her know so she knows. And it's all about just, opening up those pathways of communication and being very open about everything and not trying to hide or deceive. And that's kind of what I was doing today. I was just being really open, and I was just, talking to Elizabeth. She had questions and I was answering them, and I was answering them honest. I wasn't giving her the answers she wanted to hear, and I wasn't candy coating answers for her either. I was just giving her answers. I was giving her knowledge. There's a lot. There's a lot there, Kelly. You've got a lot that you're working on. You have a lot you're working on. And you're healing. You are in that healing process right now. You are working through that in a beautiful, amazing level. And Kelly, I work with Michelle too. Michelle's a sweetie. Peace is priceless. That's one thing I can say to people. If there is one thing you can do in your life that will help bring peace to your life, do that. Whatever it is that can help bring peace into your life, that is what, that is what you need to make a priority. That's what you need to make a focus. Trust me, I'm working on stuff to bring more peace into my life as well. But I'm also one of those people that when conflict arises in my life, I don't run away from it or try to avoid it. Don't necessarily like it. I'm not a fan of conflict. I don't like bringing it into my life. I don't like bringing drama into my life. But if it arises, I don't pull the ostrich with the head in the sand and try to act like it's not there. I know a decent amount about with astral projection and someone channeling. As far as like astral projection and stuff, I work in doing meditation. I work on astral planes quite a bit. I travel to other realms when I work on some really, really deep journeys. Channeling. I'm so on channeling. It's really a hit or miss because sometimes channeling can be spot on. But then other times I like, and this may irritate some people and I might piss some people off, but like the Seth books or the God, I can't even remember, the Seth Says stuff or whatever all that stuff is. It's written by some lady. I think her name was Jane something or other. Give me a second. I'm looking it up. I'm on my laptop, so I gotta change. Seth Speaks, I think is what that was. Set the books. Yeah, by Jane Roberts. These are supposedly a channel entity that only identifies itself as Seth. And if you look, this lady put out a new book almost every year for like 10 or 15 years in a row. And to me, I really look at that as, okay, this is really skeptical because it's supposed to be all these channeled messages. And to me, I really think this lady was just writing down her own ideas, saying that someone channeled it. And she was writing it down, trying to get people to buy her books. What do you mean something's channeling your body? Like something's channeling in through you or what? And absolutely, Michelle, you've got this. You got 3 months down. The next 3 years are nothing. I think you've already got over the hardest part of it, to be honest. It was making that initial step was one of the hardest parts. And then once you took that step and then you stuck to it consistently, you've got this. And you always know that if you ever need someone to talk to, Michelle, you can always reach out to me. And as long as I am physically able and available to talk with you, I will. Now, like, sometimes when you're doing astral travel, you can get those involuntary nerve and muscle movements and stuff. It's just because of like some of the ways when you're doing this, whether you're sitting or you're laying or standing, maybe. God, I wouldn't want to try to astral travel while standing. End up on my face. Like something grabbed you and moved it, or something moved it from inside. Like something took control and moved it. Because if it's like something taking control or moving it, I mean, I'd be a little leery of that, because that sounds less like channeling and more like possession type stuff. I will tell people you gotta be careful when you start doing things like astral travel and stuff, because you're putting yourself out there in the realm of spirits, and you need to guard and protect yourself and make sure you're safe when you're doing these things. That's why a lot of times, like, one thing you see a lot of us wearing black a lot. The reason why is because black absorbs negativity. Black absorbs energy. And so when people direct stuff at us, the black color helps us as one of our levels of wards and guards. I am so glad, Michelle. I am so glad. But like, as far as like channeling, this book right here is a book I really like. It's called The Magdalene Manuscript. The Alchemies of Horus and the Sex Magic of Isis by Tom Kenyon and Judy Sion. Well, the first part of this book is supposed to be a channeled message from Mary Magdalene, or Mary of Magdalene, to get her name correct. So it's supposed to be a channeled message that Mary of Magdalene gave through Tom Kenyon to Judy Sion, who was his wife, and it was information that she was passing on. Judy was dictating it while Tom was channeling the message. Okay, so let's see. What's Tom saying? Or Ward saying? You do it out of nature like it's in your blood. Your grandmother and her family are Incas. Okay. All right, Kelly, have a good night. If you're around later, we'll chat later. I'll be up and around for a little while. Get the kids to bed and get them all rested so they have a good day at school tomorrow. Word, hit me up, man. Like, let's hit me up on Facebook and let's get into a conversation, either a voice chat or just a text chat or something. Hit me up on Breaking Reality. That's my Facebook page. Wherever you're watching this video, there should Breaking Reality logo, should say that it's being shared through Breaking Reality. Just click on that, go there, send me a message, and I'll get with you as soon as we're done after the show. I'm probably going to wrap up, honestly, yeah, do it after my live, man. You can message me now and I'll hit you up after the live. Or you can wait and do it after the live. Either way. It's whatever works for you. Like if you're on your phone, you don't want to drop off the live, stick here, hang out, and then afterwards hit up Breaking Reality and then shoot me over a message. But as far as like channeling stuff, sometimes like channeling's more messages that comes through. Something actually taking over your body, to me, that's more possession. That's something to be more worried about. But sometimes, oddly enough, it's not always a horribly bad thing, but usually it's not a good thing. Do what, Sibia? And it could be your higher self, but the movement of the arms and stuff, you said it felt like it wasn't you doing it. Maybe, honestly, I didn't even think about this until now. When you do astral travel, you probably feel a slight little disconnection from your body, and it could be that. No, my streams are public where people can see them. This is all done with the lives, they're all done publicly. But if you want to do a private one-on-one, Sibia, that's something that you just message me. Honestly, easiest way would be to go to Facebook, Breaking Reality. Let me make sure I get this right. Actually, just give me a second. I'm just going to go grab the link and I'm just going to share it in the Facebook group. Yeah, it's Breaking Reality, the show. So honestly, if you hit me up at that and message me through there, everything in privates are private. The live stuff stays up, it's live. It's there. Yeah. But Ward, yeah, I'll definitely chat with you, man. I have no problem talking with you about that stuff. Maybe we can figure out exactly what's going on so you understand it a little better. Anybody else have any questions or anything right now? you're only 1 year in the spiritual world before you was a non-believer, but you see and do things that, yeah. And here's the thing, man, it's not so much of like how long you've been in and like how long you've been doing this. Like, I mean, I started my journey really at age 15 when I really started my journey on the big way. Sorry, I had someone message me and I just wanted to see what that was. But it's not so much about the time that you've been in. Like, I started my path at 15 years old. I followed it for a while. I strayed off of it. I came back. I kind of followed off, and then different things happened. And now, like, I'm really hardcore back in on my path and working on things. But like, when I got married, I was really diving deep into things, and I got married, and my ex-wife was like, oh, well, I don't like tarot cards. I don't like this. I want you to get rid of that. I want you to get rid of your runes. All this stuff. And I done things to appease her. I thought I was making compromises for my wife. I thought I was doing the right thing. And in all honesty, I was just making compromises for someone who was a narcissistic abuser that just wanted to take away anything that brought me any sense of confidence or of anything that they didn't have control of. They wanted out of my life. And 6.5 years into the marriage, I ended up figuring all that out, and we are no longer together. But yeah. I mean, the time doesn't necessarily matter. Like, and I've known people who have had an awakening and started studying and are more connected than people who supposedly have been going down this path for 10, 15, 20, 30 years or more. Oh, but it's one of those things, like, you can't truly understand the beauty and the joys of love if you don't know the hurt and pain of heartache. You can't understand happiness if you don't truly understand sorrow. You have to experience, both things to be able to truly understand the depth and the dichotomy of them. The bunny hugging the hedgehog. Getting the porcupine quills. Or the hedgehog. And I see that you messaged me. I saw the message just come through on my phone. So I will definitely hit you up after the show, though, Ward. And Sylvia, I think you messaged me over on Breaking Reality too, I think. I saw someone else message me. Was that you? But guys, I'm going to be doing these lives every Monday. I'm going to be doing the Attitude for Gratitude lives. And then I think I'm going to shoot for like either Thursday, Friday, or Saturdays. One of those days, I'm just going to do a regular live where I do, my regular readings, $10 for mini readings, $20 for full. And then if anyone wants to book a private reading, then, we can just discuss what they're wanting and stuff, and we'll work something out. And I don't charge more for private readings. It's just, if you want something more in depth, like, the only other things that I do that are different in price range is, like, I do a 9-rune layout spread with the Elder Futhark runes, which are like the Nordic runes. That's a little more intense and in depth in reading, so I usually will charge $25 for it. And then, like, if I do a grand tableau with my Lenormand, I charge $35 for those. $30 to $35. I usually, actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to go $30 on them from here on out. Lenormand's great. I love Lenormand. That's another. Oh, excuse me. It's another divination tool. There's 36 Lenormand cards, and a Grand Tableau actually uses all 36 cards. And you lay all 36 cards out and do the reading. Okay. So the Lenormand cards, though, are like each deck, they have the same. Every deck's going to have a crossroads. Every deck's going to have a cross. Every deck's going to have, a ship, the garden. And you lay all these cards out, and depending on how they fall, each card has a meaning. They're basically symbols. Each one has different meanings behind it, and then you interpret the symbols. But in a Grand Tableau, you lay all 36 out, and then you read them in different groups in different ways. There's basically, when you read the cards, you can read like all around, like cards that are diagonal, that's straight across, and horizontal and vertical columns. Those all have influences. Even the cards that diagonally line up with one card can have an influence on it. So Lenormand gets into being a little more in depth. So I charge a little more for that one when I do that in private services too. So, but my tarot and oracle are always all the same. Oh, nice. Yeah, I never got into really riding horses, but we used to have a really, really nice tack and saddle shop just outside of town here. I loved going over to it because, first off, walking into it smelled amazing. And then it was just all the craftsmanship and all the fine work and detail that they would put into making these saddles or these different leather items that they were making and stuff were just so exquisite. And some of the detail that they would do on, like, just different pieces and stuff that they would, make and put out there. Oh, the gold gilding on the side of those cards. Yeah. These have the gold gilding on them, this Lenormand deck. And then this Oracle deck, the Shamanic Healing Oracle deck, has the gold gilded edges too. I saw one that had red gilded edges. It had like a red metallic on the edge. It looked really, really cool. Can't remember what deck it was that had that though. I don't have it. But it looked really neat. I've got tons of decks. I got a Past Life deck. Season of the Witch Samhain deck. The Secret Languages of Light deck. Sufi Wisdom Oracle deck. These are all little mini decks. have my Divine Circus deck, my Rumi deck, the Halloween Oracle deck. This is a really cool card. I really dig that one. I have another Lenormand deck. I think this has got... No, this doesn't have... Man, they missed that on this deck. I was going to say, I thought this one had gold gilded edges. This is a fairy deck. This would have been awesome with the gold gilded edges. It would have really fit in with it. Oh, Tanner is wakened from his nest. What you doing, T? Hi, buddy. I have a Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. This is actually my first Oracle deck I ever brought. This is the Earth Warriors Oracle deck. And then this is one that I'm still working with some. Haven't done too many readings out of it. But the Isis Oracle deck. And Isis as in the goddess Isis. As in Ishtar. As in the goddess of 10,000 names. Those are my decks that I have right now. Stack them up in a giant pile back here. But all right, well, if no one else is going to join in and we don't have any more questions, I think I might go ahead and bounce out of here. Take Tanner out, grab myself something to drink, stretch, and then I will get back to checking out my Facebook page and seeing who sent messages. And if anyone would like to get a hold of me, you can do so there. Like I said, that is for the Facebook page. And then give me a minute. If you'd like to get a hold of me, you don't have Facebook, you don't have any other way of getting a hold of me. And I say this because I am absolutely horrible at emails. That's the bane of my existence in this business is emails. But you can also email me at breakingrealitytheshow@gmail.com. And I do check that daily, so I will respond to it. It's just emails are like, I don't know. Like, I will sit down and write a 10,000-page essay, but getting me to sit down and write, a 3-paragraph email, it's just, I don't know. I don't. Trust me, I have no clue. It's just odd. It's strange to me. I don't understand why. But everybody, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for hanging out and staying around. Ward, if you're still around, I will message you here in probably about the next 10-15 minutes or so. Just like I said, let me take the dog out, stretch, get a drink, hit the restroom. And I'll go sit down back at my desktop and I'll jump on answering some people's messages and stuff. But yes, Sibia, thank you so much. Stay blessed yourself. And I will see you guys probably some point in time later in this week. I'm going to do a live, like I said, be Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, most likely. Tuesday nights are always busy for me. Wednesdays, I usually just kind of take to do private readings and just chill, whatnot, whatever comes my way that night. But one of those other nights, I'll probably do a live. So we'll just kind of pay attention to the Facebook channel, turn on notifications if you haven't. That way you know when I go live. I'm also probably going to be bringing some more episodes of the podcast real soon. There's some things I'm just working on. I really want to get some stuff done. There's a bunch of big changes going on here in the house. So once those are done, things are going to probably get back to speed on getting new episodes of the show up and going as far as the Breaking Reality podcast. And we're going to be doing the weekly Monday night gratitude readings. And then, later in the week, we'll do a regular live night. So, but thank you all for coming out. This was the first night of gratitude readings. Everyone chose to go with the gratitude on tonight's readings. I absolutely love that. That's what this is all about. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for people to come and bring that positivity and to throw that positivity out there and to share that with others. You guys did that, and the interaction with each other tonight. I love that. I love how you guys are supporting each other and loving each other and encouraging each other. That's the kind of positivity I want to see come out through this. And you guys just brought it in a big way. So thank you so much. Thank you. But everybody have a good night, and I will see you guys soon. Be blessed.